Hello, everyone. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all participants and jury members to the Uzbekistan of the AIM Virtual Pitch Competition 2020. My name is Diora and I will be your host for today's event. Let me first start off by saying thank you to all participants for patiently waiting for today's competition. As we all know, the competition was originally scheduled to be held in March as a physical competition and was since postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak and the nationwide lockdown. On behalf of the co-organizers, ICDB, Center for Advanced Technologies, and Ministry of Innovational Development of the Republic of Uzbekistan, we are pleased to resume our partnership with AIM and the Ministry of Economy of the United Arab Emirates in our journey to discover disruptive companies and competitive solutions within the Uzbekistan startup ecosystem. AIM, short for the Annual Investment Meeting, is the largest investment platform in the world. As an initiative of the United Arab Emirates Ministry of Economy, AIM has been promoting a healthier global economy by linking investment opportunities to fast-growing economies under several key pillars: foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment, small and medium enterprise, future cities, a One Belt, One Road special event, and startups, which is our key focus for today. We are excited to listen to each of the 5 shortlisted applications showcase their company's product and solutions as they compete for a chance to represent Uzbekistan at the final AIM 2020 Global Startups Championship League in Dubai later this year. Before we begin, allow me to first introduce the members of our jury panel for today's competition. Mr. Yasser Alaki, Manager of Asia Region, the Islamic Corporation for the Insurance of Investment and Export Credit ICDB Group. Mr. Igor Kim, Freelance and Product Manager. Gary Smith, Head of Incubation Center, Amity University, Dubai. Mr. Salihov Akmal, Managing Partner, Amaya Soft. To all the jury members, thank you so much for carving out time from your busy schedules to be part of the competition. Before we hand over the floor to the first presenter, let us recap on the format and rules of the pitching competition. Each startup will be given 5 minutes for pitching and 5-minute questions and answer session with juries. Timekeeping for pitching and question and answer session will be managed via chat box. Timekeeping for both will be managed by the organizers. Refrain from posting any messages, including promotional materials, in the chat room unless you are a jury member or part of the organizer team. Keep yourself on mute at all times unless you are the speaker. Scoring will take place after each question and answer session. Jury members to stay done in the chat room once scoring is completed. Overall scores will be tallied at the end of competition. Overall winner will be announced during closing segment of today's event. If any participants happen to come across any technical difficulties, please do refresh your web browser or log out and log back in again. Otherwise, please switch to another web browser. The webinar platform is supported by Google, Firefox, Safari, and Microsoft Edge. All right, without further ado, let us begin with the competition. For our first contestants, we have Sola, which will be represented by Bek Ahmedov.
Hello, everyone. I'm here. Nice to meet you, everyone. And I'm the owner and the co-founder of the solar company, and I'm pleased to present my product. And it is starting now. Are you? We started or what?
Yes. We should start.
We should start then.
5 minutes. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So yes, thank you very much. I'm gonna start my presentation. Everyone see my presentation? So hello, this my presentation presents as developing a Central Asia hub in Uzbekistan. Project is like more like technical communication, not IT, but there are some IT elements in this presentation, and I'm going to show you why. First thing is our plan is creating the terrestrial channel operating in Uzbekistan, which is currently very, very necessary according to my understanding. Why it is necessary? Because only two terrestrial operator exists in Uzbekistan. One is government, the other one is the East Telecom. But they have both very lack of capacity to provide the really reliable internet channel or the very good capacity of internet channel to Uzbekistan. So I came up with this project in 2014, and we started to realize my project from 2014. There are three stages. I came up with three stages to finalize my project from the beginning by the end. First thing, we have to build an alternate channel to Uzbekistan internet connection, alternate internet connection to Uzbekistan. Secondly, we have to build the broadband channel, a broadband network in Uzbekistan. And third stage, we have to build the terrestrial channel in Uzbekistan. So two stages almost finalized, and we spent about 17 million for the first two stages. We have a third stage left, building the terrestrial channel. So short description, not description, a short view of my first stage. We built it up 320 kilometer terrestrial optic fiber channel, alternate channel to Uzbekistan. It goes to Kyrgyzstan, China, and to Moscow, M9. So 95% of traffic which Uzbekistan citizens use goes from Russia. That's why we decided to build an alternate channel through Kyrgyzstan and Kyrgyzstan, China to Russia. Currently, all channels goes to internet through Kazakhstan. That's why we decided to get the alternate channel. Currently, we already finalized. We spent $5.2 million to launch this network, and it has a 2,000 gigabyte. It's 2 terabyte capacity of internet speed, internet connection to the most popular domains which we use. So you see, if you see the map, how we done it, we gone to Osh and we go to Uzbekistan, and we already interconnected to the two biggest operator in China. It's China Unicom and China Mobile. And what it provides to Uzbekistan an alternate channel. By finalizing this project, we succeeded to reduce the price of internet cost in Uzbekistan 10 times. When we were starting, the Uzbekistan internet was price was about $67. Currently, it costs only $3. That's why we achieved reducing the internet capacity by 10 times. And this is as I explained, that all the internet, as you see the map, all the internet channel goes to Kazakhstan. You see the 4 small dot lines, and here, this is current existing, and this is our channel, which we provided for Uzbekistan. Second stage of our development is building a broadband services. I built it in Tashkent, first Wi-Fi operator in Central Asia. We already finalized installing more than 3,000 hotspots in Tashkent, and we are planning to reach up to 5,000 hotspots in Tashkent by the end of this year. And currently, we divided of our second stage plan in another three stages. First in Tashkent, then go to Samarkand, Bukhara, Samarkand, Fergana, then the Bukhara, Nawai, and other regions. We are planning to install next 3 years about 45,000 hotspots in entire Uzbekistan. And so if you see the roadmap that we already invested to this project $12 million. First project was $5.2 million. Second project was $12 million. We achieved, sorry, what?
Time's up.
Time's up?
Yes, thank you, Sola, for the presentation. And now I would like to invite our panel of viewers on stage for the question and answer session. And to just reminder, the question and answer session will last for only 5 minutes. Our experts will be posting reminder message in the chat as we approach the end of the 5 minutes allocated. So please be on the lookout for that. Jury members, you may begin with your questions.
I don't see the chat.
Hello. Enjoyed the presentation. I'm not into telecoms, so I was asking the simple question: why you want alternative channels, and also what's the benefit to the people who will receive this?
Okay, why we need alternate channel? Because we don't have to depend on only one side of a connection. We have to get the geographical reservation of an internet channel for Uzbekistan. That's how we will reduce the cost. That will make a competition between our network and the Kazakhstan operators network. It will give a competition. It's already reduced the cost of internet channel for Uzbekistan citizen.
Okay, so the actual problem you're solving is reliable,
cost-effective
internet.
network. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Hi. So I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. So startups is always about exponential growth. Where do you see this point when you will be able to achieve this?
Okay, we already achieved the good results. Our network, first solar network, using more than 1 million subscribers, and we already achieved the results that we're going EBITDA positive. And plus, what I'm saying is time was very short. That's why I couldn't explain. Third stage, it's planning to build terrestrial channel in entire Uzbekistan. That in a finalizing third stage will give us a very sharp growth, and it will about yearly income, yearly profit will be $32 million. That's what our plan is. Our plan to build the very reliable infrastructure in Uzbekistan, so all the IT or any digital economy project could be applied in Uzbekistan, because without the very reliable infrastructure of optic fibers or internet connection, you won't be able to finalize any IT projects or any digital project. That's why my plan is to finalize a very reliable infrastructure in Uzbekistan.
And with the start of 5G network, can 5G harm this project?
No, because I'm going to explain you why. 5G uses a very high frequency bands. Wi-Fi capex is about 10 or 15 times less than for 5G. And any specialist, IoT specialist, will tell you that without the Wi-Fi combination with 5G, you won't be able to reach the IoT implementation, because all equipments, all the currently equipped with the Wi-Fi modem, but 5G modems are now just being implemented. It takes about 5 years to implement the chipsets in any equipment, which we are planning to use daily usage. That's why I don't think that the 5G will affect this network.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Ahmedov, thank you so much for the presentation. Let me talk on the funding side.
Okay.
How did you manage to obtain funding for this project, and how are you going to finance the third stage of this project?
So I found the personal investors, a private investor who invested their own money to this. First stage, in the second stage, they were the same investors who invested to this money. But the third stage, which I'm planning to implement in the whole Uzbekistan, I'm planning to receive some fundings from others like banks, or I already negotiated the IFC, World Bank, and GBRD. So I'm planning to raise funds about 75 million in the third stage. Any other banks or something, loans could be fine as well. That's how I'm planning.
Okay, how about the urban areas or the small cities in Uzbekistan?
Everything will be covered. With my project number 3, everything will be covered. All urban areas, because we are planning to install special point to multi-point base station, which will give us a chance to cover the urban areas as well.
Thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the time is up. Thank you very much for the questions and feedback provided. Jury members, you may now begin scoring the company. Please drop a message in the chat room once you are done. Bek Ahmedov, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. For our second contestant, we have Gulasiob Humo. which will be represented by Sukhrob Akhmedov. Sukhrob Akhmedov, over to you and good luck.
Hi. Are you hear me?
Yes, you can start.
Okay.
You have 5 minutes.
Hi. Thank you. My name is Sukhrob. I'm owner of Bulasok company, and let me to introduce my project, which is called Humo. Okay. Okay, this is my project. It's called Humo. Sorry for my English because I know only basic English. So this is the project of the Humo. This is Humo City, and the idea project of this construction of monument of happiness, based on the assembled image of the bird. Everybody calling it by different, like, Phoenix, Simurg, I don't know, Żar Ptica, too many things. This is the older project. The Homo city is 300 hectares, but the constructions of Homo is this in the middle, this side. It's only 8 hectares place, and height is 75 meters. This is on the top of this project and of this construction. There is sorry. There is on the top. It's a observation place when where people can come on the top and look at all the area. This is on the bottom is over there. There should be can make it like Homo festival. All the singers or something. Some people from other countries can make some festivals over there. In behind of this project, I make the glass waterfall. And this is you can see the from the all the project. So this project is only on the 8 hectares in the middle. So the all the Homo city, it's around 300 hectares, 250, 300 hectares. They can make like anything like hotel, restaurants, museum, any other complexes. So it will be like Homo city. There can come any tourist from the world, and let me just show you my video presentation to see all this project in one time. Yeah, there is. Okay, this is the patent of this project. It's not important now. Yeah, the aim of this project is to construct the monument of happiness in Uzbekistan.
I'm
The
sorry,
old.
time is up. Thank you
Okay,
for your
thank you.
presentation.
Thank you.
Yes, I would like to invite our panel of juries on stage for the question and answer session.
Right, thank you for the pitch. It's difficult to understand, but one of the basic questions is always what problems are you solving and why you're doing it, and also what market research have you done to validate the project?
Может мне кто-нибудь чуть-чуть перевести?
Какую проблему вы решаете? И
Так.
делали ли вы исследование, маркетинговое исследование?
Так. Все, я понял.
Да, какая ценность?
Спасибо. Yeah, the one problems, the biggest problem on this project, it's sponsors. These projects, all the people in the world, they want to be happy. And these projects is like, they show that this product shows that like so a man passed under this bird big as an airplane, yeah, because it's big, would be considered happy. And we don't have any constructions in the world that it can make the people is happy. Yes, of course, this is all. This project will not make him happy also. But this will be first project in the world like in New York, how to call this Statue Svobody. Like in New York, this freedom.
Liberty statue.
The state of liberty, like in New York, it will be the same things like in Uzbekistan, because when I asked all the people, what do you think about the happiness? And I showed them this my project that this kind of project I hope that it will be in our Uzbekistan. They was very happy. I saw in the eyes the people's. They said, yeah, really in the world we don't have this kind of project, that which is giving the materialization this world of happiness to materia, like in the bird. The phoenix, simurg, homo, it's the same, but all the countries is called differently. And for this project,
I'm sorry. You sound like it's a social project. Is it make some business? How are we going to make profit? It will be the paid entrance fee, or is it just a social project to just make people happy? Because
no.
I don't see the business side of this. I can grasp the business side of the project right now.
Sure. Thank you for these questions. Yeah, it's good questions. This project is Homo City. Like, this is only 8 hectares. It's only in the middle, the project. But Homo City is 300 hectares, where will be hotels, restaurants, too many complexes, and entrance will be like $2 per each. In statistics of Uzbekistan 2017, it was like 2 million people, tourist peoples. So if it's like entrance charge like $2-3, it become like $6-7 million per year. It's just only entrance, but plus the restaurants, clubs, swimming pools, any other attraction in displays will give us extra profit. For this project, we have to spend like around $200 million, but in 5 years, by entrance fees, by fees which is coming from the other complexes inside this Homo city, it will come like for 5 years. After 5 years, we can make it more something in this area. This is like Homo city. It's not just only project, only this Homo project. It's city. There will be other buildings, too many buildings, whatever you want. So this is will the extra profit. I mean, this is this project for these things. And you know, in the top of on the top is over there, yeah. Can you see the screen? Oh no. On the top, it will be observation desk, so the people can come and.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Yes, but 5 minutes left. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Suhrab Ahmedov. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So for our third contestant, we have Diffuse It, which will be represented by Ezos Ozodov. Ezos Ozodov, over to you and good luck.
Thank you. I can start? Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Okay, let's start.
1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this is my mistake.
Yeah,
Yes.
Boring,
Yes. Yeah, sorry. Do you remember? Yes. You need to scoring the company. Please drop a message in the chat room once you are done. Very sorry. So now you can start, Izos Ozodov, with
Okay.
yes, with your
Yeah,
project,
okay.
Diffuse It. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Okay. I'll just make it cool. Uh, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Azos, and I'm a co-founder of the project Diffuse It, which say that water is cheaper than air. We focus on using intelligent technology for agriculture, and we focus on making special purification units and device for agriculture, for farmers and the clusters. Let's see the closer of our awesome project. First of all, everything started from a customer problems. Which problem we solve for farmers and how we earn the money. We know that in Central Asia, the most biggest problem is water, drinking water and water for irrigation, because water is very high salinity, have very high salinity, and this soil fertilite and decreasing this all quality of this all soil, and farmers and agriculture clusters are must used for more minerals and chemical fertilizers. During the 5 years, according to our research, the soil fertility in Uzbekistan has decreasing for 12%, and it's very dangerous. Farmers lost the fertility 80 tons per hectare. It's very big, I think. And the only way to solve this problem is using the filters, water filters. But unfortunately, the filters are expensive and fairly quick and must not specialize on agriculture. And you can say maybe we'll use the minerals and chemical special fertilizers. In the right side of my presentation, you can see this graphic, how the price of these minerals and chemical fertilizers is rising. And their price is higher and higher per year. And how we want to solve this problem. Our solution is Diffuse It 1, and shortly D1, is a water purification filter and pump unit with our special intelligent water purification system with the remote controlling system. And in the right side, you can see the finished product. And our device work for 23%. It's among the 8 months longer than other filters. And it's cheaper for 85% than the most useful set in Central Asia. We make some compares. And our target audience, for 3 years for start, we focus on Uzbekistan. In a red color, you can see the regions with the high salt water, and most farmers have the same problem. We make some research and make interviews. And according to these interviews, we make this map and start the work. In a 5 year, and we start in 2 years, we start and work in Uzbekistan. In a 5 year, we'll go to Central Asia. As you can see in the red point, these are regions which have the same problem as regions of Uzbekistan. So we have a big clients. And now we have more than audience, which you can sell our device. It's closer to 4 million people. It's among the 1,032 farmers and 75 clusters. Market size among the $5 million USD dollars. And I think it's a good start number. And customer discovery. We make an interview every year. We make interview, and the last year we make interview with the 36 respondents, 34 farmers, and 2 farmer clusters. Make some camp assumptions, make some decisions, and must key founding is that not only selling the device, but giving for a rent payment too. It's very good term for using for farmers of Uzbekistan. Our business model, according to this interview, we make this business model, and cost of device for selling for clusters, agriculture clusters and companies, is among the $4,000. And the rent price for farmers is $270 per month. And average profit of selling among the $1,100. And this is our business model. And marketing, how we make a personal sales. We want to just connect with the farmers and showing how it's work. Is it so good or effective or no? And the sale promotions, how we want to make a promotion. We sell it for low price. It's a very big, I think, effect. And then for first 5 our customers, we want to give for 1 month for free product test, how it good. And advertising, we don't focus on the social networks like Instagram, WhatsApp, or Facebook. No, we focus on the farmer unity and communities. We go there for those communities and show how it works and how it effective than other classic filters which they use now. And customer value proposition, why customers and farmers need to buy our super device. We make a comparing with the diesel engineering of Russian Federation, which most dominant in Central Asia, and our price is cheaper for 80%. Then our device is focused on the climate of Uzbekistan, Central Asia. Our service is faster because we focus on Central Asia and remote control.
Thank you, Azos. Thank you. Time is up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diffuseit, for the exciting presentation. Now, jury members, who wants to start with the first question, please?
I think you were going to go on to the money side of things there, but you run out of time. What is, so you mentioned the competition. Is the competition solely one other product? You mentioned Russia there.
Yeah.
And also the capacity, is there capacity issues with this? How many of these do you actually need to, you know, on a normal farm to make the water cleaner?
Yep, thank you for this question. For now, in the two years, we make some sales here with contract. We sold 10 devices, and about the capacity, our system is intellectual system which controlling filtration of reverse osmosis, and value of filtration is the same like in a classic device. It's not a lower. Different between the classic device of filtration and we have intelligent system which calculate how much water we need to filtrate and how much we need to just go giving for irrigation. That's all.
Okay, and your path to customers, is this direct, or are you using agents, resellers, or how are you doing it?
Yeah, well, directly. I have a special team here which work with the marketing, with the farmers, and we have engineers which making this device. We have a matched team, and we directly work with these regions which I showed you in a red color. I know that only these regions can give us the good perspective to work and earn a good good financial results.
You showed the price of $4,000, which is cheaper than $7,000, but still, it's Uzbekistan. Can really someone in the fields really afford that without $4,000? Isn't that problem? Isn't that affordable for regular Uzbek dehqon?
Yeah. We connect with our farmers, as called in Uzbekistan dehqans. So we make this rent price for renting, giving for renting, not for selling. But in the same time, we don't need to forget about the agriculture clusters. They can offer to buy this device because this device can work among the 4 years or more or longer, according to the water quality and salinity. But I don't want to hide. We focus on rent, not only for selling.
Yeah. So for now, you've been more successful with renting device, not selling it.
Oh, sure, yeah. Because in interview, we understand that selling is not the way to development. We need it in Central Asia. We need a rent. If we go further for Europe, maybe we make it price for selling. But now, our opportunity, our target is giving for rent.
But in order to rent, you can only rent where you have your sales department, your physical location. It could be only where you should open some kind of a small shops from where you can deliver that, right? So your main problem will be physical locations with all these things nearby. So you can't go to the distant field because if you want to rent, you're going to rent for a couple of days and you should go back, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. About this renting and some kind of this, first, we're situated in Tashkent. Yeah, I know it's a very big problem to in a high distance we go, but we have a remote control system on GSM. If we have some technical problems with our device, device is sent our company the message that it has some problems.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I got it.
You talk about the service.
One more question. Could you please go to the financial projections, please, and tell us where, like, how you're going to achieve all these stages, financial plan.
Here, financial stage. Yeah.
Stages, yeah.
Okay. Here we have some. Oh, sorry, I write in Russian and write down. Sorry. We have 5 steps among the 8 years we plan, and we now stay in the first step. In first step, we want to sell or giving for rent 26 device. In a 5 step in number 5, we want to sell the 120 devices. This is our plan, and the estimate investment among the project for start, and then we maybe take money by ourselves and independent. To start, we need among the 1,086 USD dollars among this number in our calculation.
Clear. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you for this question. That's a good question.
Izos, thank you so much for the
Thank you, but
presentation.
time is up. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Time is up.
Really?
Yeah. Thank you, Izo, so much for your time.
Thank you to you too for this interesting questions. That was super.
So now you, jury members, you may begin scoring the company, please. Thank you. For our first contestant, we have Iman, which will be represented by Mark Zubov. Mark Zubov, wish you good luck.
Thank you. All right, let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So hi, everyone. My name is Mark. I'm the founder and CFO of Iman. So what Iman is, it's a marketplace that brings together shoppers, merchants, and investors at the point of sale using the principles of Islamic finance. So first, a bit about our vision. So you have about 700 Muslim futurists. So those are young, digitally connected people whose faith really affects their consumption. And 60% of those Muslims, they indicate that international brands, they don't cater to their needs. And at the same time, there is a significant gap in Muslims' access to both credit and to investing. So on one hand, you have limited opportunities to get financing for Muslim shoppers in frontier markets. And on the other hand, you have limited investment opportunities for Muslim investors in developed markets. So in frontier markets, you have high cost of capital. You know, you don't really have many Islamic products, both in traditional banking and in fintech. On the other hand, you have a lack of investment opportunities. You have, basically only 3% of financial assets are Sharia compliant. And the way we are solving this problem is by building this gateway, which would connect Muslim investors based in developed markets with Muslim shoppers in frontier markets. And just to clarify, by frontier markets, we mean fast-growing markets that are growing from relatively low base, have young population, have low credit penetration, and have relatively undeveloped e-commerce, but that's growing really, really fast. So why we are starting out in Uzbekistan? There are four main reasons for that. So first, only 6% of population ever borrow from banks, and there are four main reasons behind that. So one, there is no Islamic finance, even though 90% of population are Muslims. Two is high cost of capital. Three is just poor experience of getting a loan from a bank. And four is that the banking system is only accessible to people who are officially employed. And on the other hand, you have tens of billions of dollars basically just sitting under the mattresses of local citizens due to general distrust of the banking system and lack of Islamic products. So how we are solving this problem is by building a marketplace that connects investors, shoppers, and merchants at the point of sale using the principles of Islamic finance. So the way it works is we onboard online and offline merchants, allowing them to offer installment financing to their customers, and by that increase their sales. Shoppers come to our marketplace and can buy anything they want, either on the spot or they can select an installment plan that they like. And then what's unique about our platform is that those installment plans are funded by P2P investors that invest through our platform. So we built a super app, which basically consists of three products. One is a product for shoppers, which is a marketplace similar to Amazon or Noon. But what's unique about it, it's halal. It offers the best buy option. So basically customers can see the best price offered in the market. Second product is the product for investors. So as far as we know, it's the first P2P lending platform that focuses on checkout financing. So that means that it allows investors basically to fund consumers' purchases at the checkout directly. And why investors love our product is one, it's high returns. Two, it's an impact investment of a kind, allowing to benefit people directly. And three, it's a Sharia compliant product. And finally, we have a product for merchants for both online and offline store, which is essentially a point of sale solution, similar to Affirm in the US or Afterpay in Australia. And the reason why merchants love our product is because it basically allows them to increase their sales at zero, upfront cost to them. So briefly about business model, we have two key revenue streams. One is a merchant fee. So basically we charge merchants a percentage of every transaction that goes through our platform. And two, it's an investor profit fee. So we generate 30% of the profits P2P investors generate through our platform. So a little bit about our traction. We've been live for about 3 months now. We've done over $50,000 worth of installments. We have over 6,000 users on our platform. We are integrated with over 50 merchants all throughout Tashkent. So far, we have not had any defaults on non-performing loans. And we've been able to achieve all that, even though we only spend a couple $100 on marketing. Brief about the market. So the market today, for consumer loans in Uzbekistan is about $1 billion. It's growing at about 40% a year. Should be about $2.8 billion in the next 2 years. And that's only electronics, home goods. And after that, we're going to go after the auto loans market and the real estate markets, which are also $1 billion, $2 billion markets combined. And our goal is to capture 30%.
I'm sorry, time is up. Thank you for your presentation. Now we can start the question and answer session. And I want to invite Mr. Yassi. You can start with the first question.
Thank you, Diara. Thank you, Mark, for the great presentation. My question is about the Islamic mode of finance you're using here. How did you structure the financing to be in compliance with the Sharia?
Yeah, so we use basically two main mechanisms. One is e-mudaraba and one is e-murabaha. So one is used to attract investments and murabaha is used to attract, to issue Sharia compliant installment plans.
Okay.
And we have an advisory board. We have a team of Islamic finance experts such as Dr. Ziad Mohammed, who is one of the professors at NSAIF, and Khondamir, who works for the Islamic Development Bank, and they've been helping us with structuring the product and ensuring it's Sharia compliant.
Thank you.
Yeah, just one simple question, Mark. What do you need to grow? What's the next stage? You've started, you've got sales, you've had no defaults, but what is it that what do you need to get to where you want to be?
Great question. I think this slide kind of answers your question. So we have bootstrapped the company to date. We have invested over $100,000 of our own capital. And the goal was really to generate this traction over the first 2 or 3 months. And now we're in the process of raising capital. We're trying to raise up to $2 million. And so $1 million will go into the company, which is basically product development, which is marketing, which is operations. So mostly hiring people. And $1 million will go into financing the installment plans. So that's really, for us, this is the key next step. Once we do that, we're going to launch a full-scale, marketing campaign. We're going to finalize, build basically a 2.0 version of a product. And then, the goal is really to aggressively capture the market of Uzbekistan in the next.
So the app is up and running.
Yeah, the app is running. We've been live since May or June or so. So the P2P platform is still under development, but the product for shoppers and the product for merchants, they're live. They're on Google Play, on iOS. As I said, we have about 6,000 users and 50 merchants connected to us. But as for P2P platform, right now we only have a beta version. We are building the product right now. We just raised some small angel capital to build the platform. So it should be ready in, let's say, 2 months maximum.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for presentation. One more question. So my question is about how do you attract users to your platform? And do you know what is the cost per acquisition cost per user?
Yeah. So in Uzbekistan, really, so this is a slide on marketing, but basically in Uzbekistan, I would say the main customer acquisition channel we use is social media, and specifically Telegram. Telegram is really big in Uzbekistan. So as far as I know, I think Uzbekistan is the second largest or third largest user of Telegram in the world, as well as other social media like Instagram, like Facebook. And then we also do some offline marketing, mostly through various Islamic communities. To answer your second question on the customer acquisition costs, so I did mention that we only spend a couple $100 on marketing to attract all those users. But basically, if you look at how much we spend to make, let's say, one sale, it comes down to about $2 or $3. And the reason why it's so low, it's because we benefit a lot from word of mouth marketing. We have I think we gained some great traction with, like, I would say, the first few real fans of our product. And then, yeah, people just, tell their friends, and that's how people hear about us. So we have not done a full marketing campaign yet. So obviously, customer acquisition costs will probably be, might change, might fluctuate. But so far it's been, we're really satisfied with how low the customer acquisition costs have been.
Yeah, you're happy that there are Telegram in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, it's works really well.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you. Time is up. Thank you, Mark, for your time. Yes, now, jury members, you begin scoring the company, and we can come on the video now. Thank you. We have the. Can you hear me? Yes. We have the last. Stand. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, Diora,
Yes.
how are you? Nice to hear you.
Thank you. Good. Yes. Your startup is Formula of Language.
It's my own company because I co-founder of a number of companies. For instance, it's a tourist agency and formal of language learning. It's my educational center. My sales school is a training center for sales managers. And
yes, you can start your presentation, and you have 5 minutes. Wish you good luck.
Excuse me, Diora?
Yes, you have 5 minutes for presentation, and you can start. Wish you good luck.
I can. Now I can. Now I can because
yes,
I
you can start.
download my presentation. Okay. So let's. I think you cannot see my presentation. Yeah.
Yes, we can see now.
So
yes, now it works.
I'm afraid you cannot see my demonstration. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
We can see. You need just.
You see, yeah.
Yes,
okay, DoTrip, it's a mobile application and a service, dotrip.org. It's a service for finding the most profitable travel offers. For instance, excursion. As you know, a lot of persons traveling around the world. For instance, for Uzbekistan, it was, and last years it was about 7 million persons. For Thailand, it's more than 89 million persons which visited Thailand, and a lot of persons traveling around the world each year. From the other hand, all of them want to save their money. They want to economize their money, and we decide to provide some services which will okay, step by step. We have analyzed the activities of several of our competitors for similar, which provide similar service, such as TripAdvisor, Get Your Guide, Git Advisor, Git Saver, TripSaver, Booking.com, and so on. And we saw that a lot of them, most of them, provide Azure service for booking hotels, car sharing, maybe air tickets and something else, or a service for group of travel companies. For instance, Get Your Guide or Get Guide Server. It's a group of travel companies which exclusively promote their services. Unfortunately, we cannot find some services which provide for, it's discount coupons for air tickets or discount coupons for excursion and something else. So we would like to provide these services and decide to developing our mobile application and the website. Why DoTrip? Our project is provide some services for finding the most profitable offers for excursion. We have some strong partners, not only in Thailand, but also in Uzbekistan, in Georgia and India. And we negotiate with some countries like Turkey, Philippines, Malaysia, and so on. Moreover, I'm very proud of our achievements. We talk with Alibaba.com, and they say us, okay, we will send more than one Chinese business tourist to Central Asia if you will provide some discount services for them. So it's a very good achievement because our project is just on development. So now this is a small cost and budget. We have some small contribution. It's about $15,000 for developing and marketing. Most it's the biggest part of our cost. It's marketing, because it's a target commercial. It's through social networks and something else. So our project cost is about $100,000. And last our slide is project perspectives. Why? What we will do after developing this project, after developing dotrip.org and mobile application dotrip. Expansion services. We have some own personal directions. For instance, it's our tourist direction. It's visiting countries which are not very popular in tourists, but they have some good tourist directions, some good services. For instance, extremal tourist service. car rental, and something else. Expansion of tourist flow such countries as expansion of tourist flow countries, for instance, Indonesia, Egypt, Thailand, and something else, and so on. Creation a condition for travel vulnerable groups. You know, I working closely with vulnerable groups, and I saw how many persons from these groups they wants to travel, but they have not enough money. They have not enough some opportunity to travel. But I think if you will provide good services, some discount and some cheap air tickets and something else, it's a very good idea for them. And more of them, our main target is the creation additional job due for countries we will which we will closely works. Maybe it will not it will be a low qualified job like delivery, cleaning, maybe it's personal guides, but from the other hand, it's a very good job opportunity for vulnerable groups for each countries. So I think it's shortly my project. If you have some question.
Thank you, Diaz. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is up.
Yes,
thank you.
It's my last slide, so I talking to our jury. If you have some questions, I will happy to talk to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Yes, jury members, please, who wants to start with the first question?
Jessica, thank you very much. The travel business, travel apps is such a saturated market. We have just enormous amount of projects from Booking.com to all Utrip, TripAdvisor, and all that, etc. So, how do you think you could survive in this field in modern world?
Yes, thank you, Akmal. We analyzed these services, and we saw they just marketplace. They do not have own tourist direction, and they just provide some discount services. From the other hand, these companies, other companies represent either a service for booking or a service for group of travel companies. We have not trying to compete these services. We just focus site. We just want to focus to make a focus to excursion, not for hotels, more air tickets, and we would like to provide our personal own tourist directions.
Okay, thank you very much.
Not at all. Colleagues?
Yeah, target market. When you were talking about marketing and social media, how effective is the marketing currently? Because obviously, like one of my jury panelists said, the competition is intense. So how do you market more effectively and get your value proposition over to these people? What else do you do apart from social media?
You know, we just trying to test our business models. As you understand, you right. You talk about our MVP, minimum value product, yeah?
No, the marketing, because obviously it's a very competitive space, as somebody's put. How do you get more value for your marketing so people understand what you're trying to offer them?
Thank you. You know, we want to use these competitors. This market is very competitive. From the other hand, a lot of travel agencies trying to dumping, trying to get some low price for tourists. So we would like to use this not competitive with tourist agencies. We're trying to use this, their competitive, because all of them, we talked to Pattaya line, for instance, in Thailand, with Rusalочка, with 7 Tours, with Test Tour, and they say us, okay, we will give you very cheap price, just work with us. So I would like to use these competitives around among this travel agency, because I will provide service not for travel agency but also for tourists which wants to economize their money, which wants to save their money. So this is my business model.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
You have 1 minute for the questions also, if you have any questions, dear juries.
I will happy to answer you.
So do you have an MOU with Alibaba?
I have some contacts with Alibaba.com. Yeah.
But do you have a written agreement with them?
Yes, it's very great achievement, because I have IT project in our country which called Mobile Zone. We work with Alibaba, AliExpress, and some other country. Our other services. We deliver some equipment from China. So we're working closely with this Chinese.
I'd suggest you put that on your marketing.
Yeah.
It's a name you can tag on to.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. So while jury members will begin scoring the company, please come on the video now. Thank you. And with that final presentation from Formula of Language, we have now come to the end of the pitching session for today's competition. Now let's hear a few words from our juries about the startups and their performance in this competition.
Hey, Diora, could you just confirm if you got my last...
Okay, I will check.
Because I can't double check. Every time I've looked at it before, the scores stayed there. And when I've gone back, it won't let me score the company again. It's now gone to default. So just could you check for me? Because the other ones all definitely went through.
One minute, we will check. Maybe juries want to give the feedback or advices to the startup. A few words, please.
Well, it's difficult to give people advice for 5 minutes. It's but that's the key to it. If you've watched Dragon's Den and you've watched other people pitch, you have such a limited time to make an impact. And my only advice is that your presentation is all about getting the message across simply, clearly, with a compelling reason why we should listen and deal with you, because it's much easier said than done, because you're under pressure, you're not face to face, so it's difficult to create a bond when you've got people staring at you over a screen, whereas when you're in an audience, you can perhaps the better presenters in an audience can sell a less effective plan, but the other way around you can't. So my only advice is, particularly online, is the impact you make has to be quick. And the story you have to tell has to be straight in, and it has to be compelling. But they were all good in their own ways, but it just shows you how difficult it is to get a connection, particularly online.
Great feedback. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Gary.
Yeah, it was great to hear you guys. One thing I want you to focus on is about the market. Like always state what is the market, how are you going to acquire your clients, what is the cost of acquiring, what is LTV value of your users that you have right now on the platform. This clearly shows us what is opportunity and how well you're moving towards this, toward your milestones. And yep, that's it. That's it. Thank you. Great presentations.
Thank you, Mr. Igor. Jury members, please, can you check your scores and re-evaluate the scores again, please?
Come again, like all of them?
Re-evaluated the scores, yes.
It won't let me score the last company. When I'm on the page and...
We get your scores.
Oh, great.
I had the same issue, but it was saved. Although it drops you to some other page, it's still saved when you press that save. Okay. So if you go back to the dashboard with all the projects, you'll see that score is saved. I was also kind of puzzled why I'm pressing save, but I'm going to some page with a lot of country flags on it. So
Yes, I've got exactly the same thing. It won't let me. Actually, it may have logged me out. I think that's the reason.
Yeah, and what you should just log in back, and hopefully you should see. Just make sure that you're on a new tab, not on the same tab. Maybe from the login from. I've logged in from the new tab.
Mr. Gary, can you log out and log back in?
Yeah, I've just done that.
Okay.
And I'm going through the scored and not scored routine. Right, here we go. This should work.
Okay. Allow us to take a quick break while our jury members and organizers tally up the final overall scores for the competition. For the winner for Uzbekistan Startup Virtual Pitch competition will be announced after the break. Please stay tuned until the end of the event today. And now please come to the video now. We are sorry for the technical issues. Please give us 1 minute also. Welcome back to the closing segment of the Uzbekistan chapter of the AIM Startups Virtual Pitch competition. Let us now invite all the jury members back on the stage for the announcement of the winner. We would also like to inform you the startups that do not win from today's competition will have a second chance to be featured at AIM, and that is through our second segment, Global Technopreneurs. For further details of the said competition, please visit the website www.amcongress.com. And now, for the much awaited moment, I think we have a very competitive pool of contestants today, and all participants are amazing in their own way and have demonstrated their respective strengths and unique propositions in the sectors they operate in. Without further ado, I would like to call on Mr. Vladimir to have the honor to announce the winner for the Uzbekistan Startups Virtual Pitch Competition. Please, Mr. Vladimir.
Thank you very much, Giora. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for participating for today virtual pitching. And let me announce the winner. And the winner for Uzbekistan Startups Virtual Pitch Competition 2020 is, give me a moment, is diffused. Congratulations, team.
Congratulations once again to Diffusit and Ezos Ozlodov.
Cool.
We are proud to have you represent Uzbekistan at the final AIM 2020 Global Startups Champions League in Dubai later this year. With that in mind, thank you once again to all jury members, contestants, and members of the organizing team for being part of today's competition. On behalf of the co-organizers, ICDB, Center for Advanced Technologies, and Ministry of Innovational Development of the Republic of Uzbekistan, we would like to express our gratitude and appreciation to the AIM team and the United Arab Emirates Ministry of Economy for the opportunity to host the Uzbekistan chapter of the AIM Startups Virtual Pitch Competition. The annual investment meeting is scheduled to take place on 22nd October 2020. So for more updates on the latest developments of the annual investment meeting event, please stay tuned to www.aimcongress.com. For everyone's information, a replay of today's event will be made available on the annual investment meetings YouTube channel in due course. Thank you again for everyone and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
We wish you good luck.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope that we can show the correct.
Ezos, поздравляем!
Спасибо огромное, это было что-то. У меня крыша поехала. Я думал, я проиграю. Тут такие все серьезные. Жуть.